morning, everybody. I don't know if you can see me. I'm having all kinds of technical difficulties with my tripod. It seems to have decided to break itself. Alright, so here we are. Okay, so welcome to Master's class. It is Wednesday. I'm outside. Grass is still a little soggy, so I have shoes on, so I know that's not traditional practice, but you know, it's not traditional times either. So make sure that you have a clear space. Let me know if you're with us. Give me a like. Send me your comments. Just want to say to you that staying positive in a time like this is very important. I think what you're about to see in the near future is the immediate frenzy, and rightfully so. I think that, you know, this exercise and social distancing is necessary, and it's critical that you try and honor it. I would say to you, do everything that you possibly can to think about protecting yourself from external contamination if you are unaffected at this point. I think that you're going to see, based on the CDC's numbers, that this is going to parallel Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And that kind of is a scary thought. So, but with that in mind, we have to practice and we have to keep the faith. So, let's do that. Please, again, remember to, if you can, support our fundraiser. We're trying to keep this program and other programs like this going during the time of closure, and your support is greatly appreciated. I think today what we'll do is, by the way, so my phone is set horizontally because the tripod won't hold the phone up vertically right now, so if my angle or if part of me gets cut off, I'm going to try and keep it so you can see the upper half. I'm going to focus on the upper half of these movements today. Let's do a review of our forms, the 3 Tekyoko that we've learned so far, and our Heian Shodan. And then I will teach you some of the components that you need to learn as elements in hand techniques for us to begin to learn Heian Nidan. And Heian Nidan is an awesome kata. It's probably one of my early favorites when I was coming up in the dojo. When I was a teenager, I probably stayed in this kyu. I was practicing Heian Nidan for close to 3 years, and I really just enjoyed that time, to be quite honest with you. So, without any further ado, let's kind of get busy, okay? So I'm just going to change the angle a little bit, like so, and put my glasses down. Alright, here we are. So, Tekyoko number 1. Follow along with me. Starting on your left side. I think it looks opposite based on the camera, but do your left. So, low block, punch. Same thing, opposite side. 3 punches down the middle. 1, 2, ki. Hi. Back leg turns. Same thing like in the beginning. Punches going back. 1, 2, hi. And return. 20 movements, 2 ki, all front stances, right? All right, do that one more time. By the way, learning kata is a developmental process. You should adopt the attitude that you are once again a little baby learning how to walk. And just like a little baby walks a little bit, then stumbles, and then crawls, and then waddles, and tips over, and gets up, and bumps its head, eventually that baby learns how to walk. Eventually that baby learns how to run. But it's through this progressive failure and just growing its capacity to walk a little bit each time, and sometimes regressing, is normal developmental learning. Martial art is not cognitive learning, even in your full-grown adult body. So, if you remember half of this form, or the first move, and forget the second move, but remember the third, skip the second, go to the third. If you make a mistake, so what? Stay with it. Stumble, fall, bump your head. It's all okay. You can forget it. Come back and look at the video like, oh yeah, that's what it should have been. It's not a big deal. And if this angle is not good, you go on YouTube. There's a million versions of different people doing these basic forms. So, don't get discouraged, all right? So again, courtesy, ready position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, ki. Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4, and return. Okay. If you have questions, post them. Maybe I can answer you after the fact. All right, second kata, take Yoko Nidan. Low block just like the first form. Now rising punch. Rising blocks. Hey! Rising punch. Hey! So you notice there's a theme. The first form is low and middle. Second form is upper level, right? So let's do that one more time. Take Yoko Nidan. Stay with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, ki. 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so you'll notice in between my rising blocks, after I set up, I do the first one, in between them, I open my hand, make into a knife. Boom. Symbolizing grabbing, right? So always thinking about that. Always thinking about that. striking is the low-hanging fruit. The grappling is the things you got to work at in order to figure out how to get to it. All right, form number 3, Takyoko Sandone. Back stances, front stances, horseback stances. Side blocks, side punches. Still 20 movements, same pattern. Back stance to the left, middle block, inside out middle block. 1. Step and punch. 2. Same way, turning just like you did in the first movement, sitting in your back stance. 3. 4. Down the middle. This move is constant in all 3 forms. We should ask ourselves why. Horseback stance and side punch. 5. 6, right? 7. Ki on 8. 1. 2, just like in the beginning of the form. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Ki on 8. Just like in the beginning. 1. 2, 3, 4, and return, relax. Okay, so the transitions between the footwork in this form are important. Transitions in the footwork in this form are techniques. We'll do that another time, but really focus on going from your back stance to your front stance, and then when you're turning, the turns are critical that you have footwork correctly, okay? So let's do this one more time. And bow. And ready. Takyoko Sandone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Ki. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, Ki on 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, shake it out. Again, don't forget, if you make some mistakes, don't worry about it. We're not judging you. Even if you're a student in the dojo, standing in front of me, I still wouldn't judge you. I would say to you, how far did you get today? That's great. Let's build on that. And when you're ready to move to the next level. So, all right, Heian Shodan. 21 steps. Combining some of these other techniques, as well as our sword arm, right? Shoto ukite or shuto ukite. All right. Heian Shodan. You remember what Heian means? Stay safe, right? Or calm and peaceful mind. Just like in the beginning of Takyoko Shodan form. 1, 2, 3. Palm, draw, down hammer fist. Punch. Low, draw back, high knife. 2, just like your Takyoko Nidan. 2, and Ki. Height. Just like Takyoko Shodan. All the way back. Just like Takyoko Shodan. 1, 2, height. bird's wing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shake it out. All right. Again, if you have questions about Heian Shodan, send them to me. All right, one more time. Heian Shodan. And bow. Yeah, I'll try and do it even a little bit slower than the other forms. In between, okay? Look to your left first. 1. Step and punch. 2. Over your shoulder. 3. 4. Oops. 3. All that. Hammer fist. Then 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Kiai on 8. 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, go. All right, I'm going to bring this up a little bit. Just bear with me a second. I'm going to bring you up a little higher. I'm going to get a little closer. We work on these hand techniques. Alrighty. Oh, let's see how this goes. All right, having fun yet? Okay, so the very first move in Heian Nidan is a double rising block. What is commonly referred to. Depending on what school of martial arts you're from, you may approach this block differently. Some schools kind of do it this way, some schools kind of do it emanating out, and I think there's other approaches to it as well. I generally kind of do it like it's almost like spreading, right? It's with 2 fists, and basically this fist comes out to be your middle block height, but the palm is turned out. And this one's kind of like you're doing your rising block, if you will. And it's just to the side instead of straight on in this technique, okay? So, you can get down in a horse stance, or maybe just do it in a back stance for now, because that's actually the first move in the form is to start to the back stance. And just look the way you're going, take both hands, bring them down to your opposite hip side, because we're going to block here in front, right? So we'll come here, and then watch how I kind of roll them out, kind of bringing them into my body. I roll them out, and bam. So your hands, your arms should be kind of in the same alignment. So it's not like this one's in front. It's not like this one's in. It's not like if I do it straight at you, it's not like this arm's in front and this hand's on the inside. You're kind of sitting inside that technique, right? And you want to make sure you kind of sit in there when you do it. So from here, 1, draw back. 2, draw back. 3, 4, 5. Now pop it a little bit. 6, 7. Almost like this is a punch to the chin, right? 8, 9, 10. Great. Shake it out. Let's try the other side. Root yourself. Take your fists. Bring it to the opposite side. Nice and easy. Let's try it. So this one kind of comes out, but it turns, right? This one kind of comes up, also it turns. So, like so, and back. Like so, and back. You ready with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's pop it, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. All right, so that's a double rising block, right? The next one we're going to learn how to do is a reinforced middle block. So don't ask me yet, what's that for? Okay, save it for later. What I want to do is teach you some of the basic techniques, teach you the pattern, so you know it, in the sequence that the master who created it wanted you to learn it, and then we'll unpack it just a little bit after we get it. It might take us a couple days to get through this using this medium, you know, so just bear with each other, all right? So here we are. Again, let's get kind of, you can be seated in your back stance or in your front stance. If you do a front stance now, that's fine as well. So, middle block. Remember when we did the Taekyoku Sandone, we did a middle block from here, right? So, middle block should be like no higher than your mustache, and your arms bent in a 90-degree angle, but it's pitched at a 45-degree angle, okay? Right angles are important in blocks. Triangles are the most the strongest, I guess, geometric configuration. So whenever you're defending something, a lot of times you're looking to create angular positions. Blocks a lot of times are in angular positions. All right, so here we are, this way. But now we're not using this block to protect from something coming straight on here. We're actually using it to protect something coming at us possibly from the side. So you turn this, so like imagine you're gonna like side kick me and boom, you're gonna like break my ribs, right? So I gotta protect myself from that. One arm is never as strong as one leg. Your legs are, I don't know, multiple times as strong as your arms and twice as long, right? They're your long-range missiles when it comes to martial art. So we're going to take the opposite hand and reinforce this block in a way that doesn't damage this arm. We're going to make a fist, and we're going to insert it right in that elbow joint and use it to drive the elbow to the side. Now you can use this to move people. You can use it to protect your side. And you can use it for other things too, potentially, coming down. But for today, we're using it as a reinforced side block. So from here, just like you did with the double rising block, bring both hands to the side and low. What starts low either ends middle or high, and what starts high usually ends low. What starts from one side ends on the other. What comes from within ends up without. What starts from without ends up within. Yin and yang in martial art. Here we are. So back side, watch his hands, you're going to come right into it, and boom, as I hunker down on that block, reinforcing to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stick that block a little bit, 7, as I use my hips, 8, 9, 10. I'll switch to the other side for your viewing pleasure. Fists start at the side, end up right there. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, stick a few of them. 8, 9, 10. And relax. Okay, so double rising, double middle, double blocks. Okay, so the next technique that you need to learn an appreciation for is the, I'm not really sure how to say it in Japanese. I'm not sure if it's ukite, or if it's nagashi ukite. I'm not sure if I'm doing, for me, I'm not sure if I'm doing a scooping block or a sweeping block. But for your understanding, remember when we were teaching that how to do the low block, 1 and down. Imagine if we reversed that movement, we came from down but up. This would be, when I say scoop, like imagine somebody's throwing a front kick at you and you're going to catch it inside your arm, right? Or someone's throwing a body punch at you and you're kind of moving out of the way and you're catching it here so you can clamp down on it with the backhand. So this is, I'm going to call it sweeping forearm block, okay? So from here, what I want you to do is kind of just like bring your arm to the outside, make a fist, draw it, protect your face, draw it, pull it. So you're always going to finish the circle, okay? And 1, 2, swinging it all the way down. It doesn't open up until it starts. It doesn't begin to collapse until you've cleared your center line. 3, 4, 5. Notice the hand that doesn't matter, right? 6. So imagine you're coming at me and I'm like, oh, let me get that out of the way, just in case. Or maybe it's a punch and a kick combination, right? 7, 8, 9, one more, 10, okay? Scooping forearm block, sweeping forearm block. Switch sides. I think this is the right angle. Let's see how it looks to the side. I think to the side, I'll do this one to the right angle if that's okay with you, all right? So, 1. Can't really tell what I'm doing on the side, right? 2, 3. I'll come back this way. 4, 5. Notice how they kind of pull apart. 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a little bit of exaggeration there. I'm doing that. That's right. 10 is for teaching purposes. I'm just have to swing my arm so high. You could just be like, boom, right there, right? Shorter distance between 2 points is always the fastest way. Okay. So, a review. Double rising. Double middle. Sweeping forearm block. Next technique we need to learn with our hands is what is known as nukite. This is a very difficult technique. It will take you a long time to be able to develop the ability to use this technique. Do not try this technique on anything other than the air for a minimum of 2 to 5 years, okay? And I say that in jest, but seriously. Otherwise, you just risk breaking your fingers. And if you are friends with people that study any Oriental medicine or traditional Chinese medicine, they will tell you that there are a lot of pressure points on the tips of your fingers that are connected to your visual abilities. And if you hurt yourself like this prematurely, you just make yourself go blind, as the folklore has it. So, nukite. So, I'm going to bring my hand up. I'm just going to open it up. I'm going to tuck my thumb. And I'm going to kind of like just curl my fingers in just a little bit like so. And that makes the spear tip of my finger. Okay, so this nukite means spear hand. Shuto is sword arm. Nukite is spear finger. So from here, the way we're going to learn this in the form is with the backhand, we're going to parry, but we're going to parry downward, across, as if again something's coming in and you're just going to basically just clear it past your body, and you're going to reinforce your arm with the hand that parries. So this hand just kind of goes like this. Just slides right over the wrist and ends the slide right at the base of the tip of the elbow. Right, so you're gonna come in 1, 2. So the spear has some reinforcement because your hand really, and your arm may not be as rigid as you would like it to be in that position. So 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8, 2, 9, 2, 10, 2. Shake it out. Again, with hands, you can always have them in the position you need to strike, but let them remain soft and kind of like, say, squeeze, but exert yourself at the end of the technique. Relax, tighten. Relax, tighten. And that's how you learn how to throw with power, okay? So, here, this way, parry, spear, right? So I'm just giving you the opposite direction so you can see it. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8, 2, 9, 2, 10, 2. Nuki te. Okay, again, quick review of your new techniques. Double rising block, double middle block, sweeping forearm block, nuki te. Let's go back a little bit more. Hammer fist, rising block, middle block, downward block, middle punch, rising punch. It's not a high punch. It's like the punch walks up a flight of steps. That's what I call the heat-seeking missile, right? It's like, right? So that's your rising punch. Think about that. You think about like crane or kit or snake kung fu. Like, pop. Maybe that's one of those techniques that Itosu changed back in 1880-ish when he wanted to bring this into the school system. Okay, so that kind of wraps up our master class for today. Tomorrow we'll do a review of these techniques. We'll start with Heian Shodan. We'll begin to work in the Heian Nidan Kata, and we'll have our fun in that space. Okay, so until then, stay safe. Be well. Don't forget, at 11 o'clock, we have our pre-K teachers on. 12 o'clock is Kung Fu Noon with Sifu Chick. I'm back on at 6 o'clock. We get your kicks at 6. And if you can, support our fundraiser. Share this video if you liked it. Again, send me your questions, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.